Guys, hello, and welcome to Nosy Bystanders Live. I am your host, Chief Nosy Bystander. One word, if you care. So we're back from yesterday's show, which was somehow ended up a hot mess. We lost a few, we gained a few. It is what it is. Before we get started, okay, because we got a lot of news today. It's a lot. The news was kind of busy today. It was like mid, but it was a good busy day. Also, it's March 1st, so shout out to y'all Pisces kids. But first, let me insert a disclaimer, okay? The spring is coming, the snow is melting. Please don't come in here with no damn nonsense, okay? Please don't, okay? I encourage you to tussle in the comments. Tussle with me, okay? But be objective about it, all right? I want to make sure we line that out crisply. Okay, line it out crisply. Do not come in here making all kinds of weird accusations and all kinds of weird strange stuff. Just be ready to tussle, but don't be in here just doing wild stuff. Okay, you can disagree with what I say, and then you can offer an argument. But what we can't do is fall down the rabbit hole of. Okay, y'all. If you were here yesterday, watch yesterday's episode. It was a show. Okay. As per usual, somebody always comes for me. Okay. As for AK, if you're in the chat, don't be. You're just only gonna hurt your own feelings. Okay. I highly encourage you just to find another platform to rest and nest your eggs, because I've been clocking you for a while and you've been mad disrespectful. So yeah. Now, I also want to preface this too. Okay. Tomorrow on the live stream, we got to talk about something a little bit off the beaten path, but also we have to talk about food content creators, not chefs, but food content creators, because I'm going to show you a video and we're going to be discussing this tomorrow. This person, as well as other people, and there's no disrespect to this person, but it's getting out of hand. And then we're going to see who's all in the building. But let me play this video for you first, because it's very serious. So if you don't know who that content creator is, she goes by the name of Miss B Loves Life here on YouTube and across all social media. And her health has declined. Her health has declined rapidly. But she's not the only one. There are other ones whose health has declined rapidly. And we need to talk about it, because it's a pandemic at this point. It's a pandemic. It's a pandemic at this point. So we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about her. We're going to talk about Nikocado Avocado. If you don't know who he is, don't worry. We're going to get you up to speed. We're also going to talk about Amberlyn Reed. We're going to talk about a lot of these food vloggers, because it's starting to get strange. I pushed it to the side because I'm like, that's not really my content. But every day it's like, please talk about it, and we're gonna have to talk about it. So yeah, that was Miss B Love. That was her. I didn't even recognize her. Someone said she had a boneless Jerry curl, and so let's see who's all up in the building, and then we're gonna get to today's show. But tomorrow we're definitely gonna get to whatever this is. And shout out to Miss B Love. I hope you're doing well. What's up, Just Bougie? How you doing today? Hello, Stephanie. Hello, Shug. Hello, Lexi. Hello, Kamiko. Hello, Brenna. How you doing today? Leah said hello. Hello, Leah. Jalen, what's up, Jalen? Says, hi, everybody. I'm extra early today because TikTok keeps not notifying me. Every day, you guys, at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern here at the Nosy Bystanders YouTube and Facebook. So I'm going to always be late, but I'm going to always go every day. Now in February, I could not stream every day because I was having internet connectivity issues and also seasonal depression. So I was just like, I had to take a break. So now that we're into March, we're going to be here every single day. What's up, greatness? Hello, Wine V. What's up, Dion? How you doing today? What's up, B. Ashlyn? Hello, Brittany. Hello, Kawana. Hello, Mama Bree. How you doing today? Say, hey, cousins. Hello, Callie. Hello, Brittany. Hello, Chas Princeton. Hello, Nash. Hello, a Virgo babe. Hello, Amber. Hello, Double H. Double H says, hey, y'all, March 1st. Jump all the way off. That's right. Jump all the way off. Hello, Amber. Hello, Chandra. How you doing today? Hello, greatness. Let me get to the bottom and see if anybody's here from Facebook. You know, Facebook be late. What's up, Jerica? Is it Yao Cheetah? Peach says it's awful. We warned her during the pandemic and her followers went hard. The mukbangers are ruthless. We have sister locks. A lot of people scared for her. Those are sister locks? I couldn't tell. It looked like a boneless Jerry curl. I just had to look again. Well, if you're one of her supporters, please join us tomorrow while we lay out the full discussion. We're going to lay out everybody's timelines, how they got on the app and where they are now. But B-Love, she has had I used to watch her. I watch it here. Let me try to focus the camera. When I fast, like I'll fast for like 20, 30, 40 days is the max. I've never met 40 days, but I've always met at least 30 days of fasting. I watch these stuff because, you know, you hungry, so it's easier to watch people eat. When I used to watch B-Love during my like heavy fasting day, she did not look like that. B-Love did not look like that. She didn't. You know that, right? Yo Cheetah Peach, you know that. She didn't look like that. So I don't know what happened. I had stopped watching her pre-pandemic, like 2020. So I had no idea that she was like this sharp decline. So, oof. Hello, Yenzi. I'm sorry. Yeah, hello, Yenzi. Hello, Wineby. I always get you guys mixed up. Hello, E. Ortiz. How you doing today? I know you're back home, so I hope you're resting with your toes up. Hello, Nisha. Hello, Jalen. Let me make sure I get to everyone. Hello, Leah. Hello, Melanie. Melanie, you ain't got to say gross. Hello, Lady T. Y'all get on my nerves. That's why I'll be trying to be nice to y'all. Y'all so mean. Okay, so I want to get to our other story. I know y'all want to talk about B-Love today. That I just caught that right before I went live, and I was like, oh, we got to talk about her tomorrow. If we have enough time at the end of the show, our shows usually go over pretty long. So if there's time at the end of the show, we'll talk. We might be able to squeeze her in, but I really want to get all the videos and footage together of B-Love before we talk about her. And there's other creators I want to talk about too. Tons of them. There's tons of the one woman who died, Jen. If you don't know who Jen is, Jen was super morbidly obese. And she's dead. Eating herself to death. She has a YouTube channel. Yeah. Yeah. There's another one too. Hungry Fat Chick. Child. So, but let's get into the tea we were supposed to be talking about. So I want to first talk about Armon Wiggins. So shout out to Armon. He don't know me, but I know him. Okay. Shout out to Armon Wiggins. He actually got into a tiff and a tussle with Big Latto last night. So I want to read you the tweets because honey child. AMS. Honey child AMS. So let's get to the tweets from Big Latto and Armon Wiggins. Again, shout out to Armon Wiggins. So Armon, I'm gonna actually show it to you. I've read it already. It says here, Chart Data had posted that Big Latto's song Lottery had met the top 100 chart at number 83. Armon Wiggins had tweeted, thought y'all said that this was the one. It didn't even break top 50. And then he said 2010, 5, top 3 or top 1. I was wondering why it was so quiet. But like I always say, anything on the top 100 is a hit. So he posted this, Armon Wiggins. Now, again, let's preface this. A lot of you already know who Armon Wiggins is, but he does do music reviews. So this is not outside of his scope. Okay. Big Latto replied back and she said this. She said, what have you done in your life besides talk about what everybody else is doing with theirs. I'm really sick of y'all low life grown A men speaking on me. Then she called him the P word. Then she says, MF ain't doing half of what I'm doing, but want me to be ashamed of my accomplishments. And then she put a bunch of emojis. Obviously, Armon Wiggins didn't take that sitting down. He went ahead and replied to her and said this. He said this. He said, let's be clear. I like the record, but the facts still remain. You sound like a feature on your own record. And when you released a teaser for Big Energy Reloaded mixed with Say So, everyone thought it was an immediate hit. So did you. Big Latto replied back, and I have that here. Big Latto replied back and says, I quit. She said, I quit before I catch a case. I'm going to start a family. And then Armon replied back and said, don't catch a case, catch a hit. Instead of worrying about me, worry about Ice Spice, how Ice Spice came and ate you up. Latto never replied back to that, but she did tweet this. She went ahead and retweeted this by Latto Crave, which happens to be a fan account. And it's just a bunch of tweets from Armon Wiggins. And the person said, this you, Armon Wiggins? And he's just giving Big Latto like her praise and glory. In those tweets, you can pause and read those. Armon replied back and he said, hold on, let me focus it. He said this, yes, this is me. Exactly why haven't these things been quote tweeted? But I'm still a Latto fan. Good for him. He should be. And then this is the last tweet from Armon. Big Latto never replied back. He said this. He said, y'all pulling up old tweets of me showing Latto love isn't doing, I think he meant anything but proving my point. These celebs don't care about positivity. For the record, I'm a Latto fan. And I want to read the reply underneath. Somebody said, issue is many fans be afraid to tell the darn truth. You could be a fan and not like a particular record or recognize when your favorite is a flop. Real fans tell the truth even when it's ugly. I don't like 100% of catalogs of any of my favorites. Number one shouldn't be afraid to say that. And I hear you. Of course, Barty Gang jumped in and says, yeah, just like you and Nicki and a Cardi and a Megan fan, right? LOL. You just use different fan bases to at different times for certain engagement. Latto not gonna pay you dust, and it's gonna be a matter of time before your true colors show toward the other female rappers. You move funny as fuck. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I'm gonna just be very real, and I made a TikTok about this already. Armon Wiggins reviews catalogs of music. And I think he does a fine job, right? That is his job. That is his job, to review your music. This is a Big Latto, because I like Latto, but she moving funny. Okay, this is a Big Latto. If you're gonna pick apart everyone, you're gonna have a really hard time getting people to push, listen, and promote your music. You need to slow down, because it's not that big of a deal. Okay? It's not that big of a deal. And you attacking people who are literal people who push your music and get their followers to listen and engage in your entire album is a blessing, because there's not a whole lot of people who do it. So what Armon Wiggins does is a blessing. And I'm not saying this because we're both bloggers. I'm saying what Armon Wiggins does is a thing. It's not what I do, but it's what he does, and it's what a number of other people do. So what you're going to want is people reviewing your full album, because they can give people snippets of songs that may not get released on the Billboard 100, and it's going to get people on to purchasing and listening and downloading your full album. So attacking music critics, probably not the best way to go. Okay, it's not the best way to go. The second thing is, that Barty Gang, I'm trying to be nice. Let me be nice before I go off on Barty Gang. Now, I like Cardi B. I don't like her fans. Okay? I don't like her fans. I like Cardi B. So we're going to separate the two because they are not one and the same. I like Cardi B. I don't like her super fans. Okay. Because I'm a fan of Cardi B, right? So I'm a fan. But her super fans, the ones who walk around with burner accounts with her face and images on it, that's weird. So to the Birdie gang trying to come after Armon Wiggins, be for real. Be for real. Okay. You, Barty gang, and I'm talking about the crazy ones, and I'm not talking about the sane ones like me or some other people in the chat who listen to Cardi B. I do listen to Cardi B on a regular basis, so I do consider myself a Cardi B fan, but I'm talking about the sycophants. Y'all need mental health counseling. You need psychotherapy, and you need psychoactive drugs. What you engage in online is disgusting, and you know it is. The same for any super fans. You beehivers, you Barbie dolls for Nicki Minaj, and you Taylor Swifties, and you Selena Gomez weirdos. Y'all need help. You need to go outside and touch some grass. All right? And let people like Armon Wiggins, who reviews catalogs of music, review them. Okay? Because y'all are sick. And it's showing. The cracks are showing. And y'all need help. You need to be able to listen to music decisively and comfortably. Okay? And then move on to another artist. Because it's weird. It's giving, what's her name? It's giving Kathy Bates in Misery. Okay? It's giving Kathy Bates in Misery. It is. It's giving Kathy Bates in Misery. And if you don't know if you're too young to know what it is, Google it. And you need to watch that movie because that is what a super fan does to their favorite. Y'all need some help. Okay? You do. You do. Janet Jackson. Me too. I do like Janet Jackson. This is from Darnita says, I wish celebrities wouldn't clap back. I know they want to defend themselves, but sometimes silence is so much better. And there was no clap back needed. There was no clap back needed. Latto's fan base versus Armon Wiggins, specifically on Twitter, it's like 1,000 times the size. You understand what I mean? So you coming after him makes you look like a bully. It's one thing for Nicki Minaj to go back and forth with Beyonce, essentially, right? They got this head to head. They got the same amount of followers. But when you, as a big creator, go after people with tiny accounts, it looks like you look like a bully. You look like a bully. And I don't like thinking that about Latto because I really like Big Latto. You know what I mean? I've liked her since Queen of the South. So when I see that, I'm just like, you're just a bully. You know exactly what you're doing, and you're galvanizing your audience to attack someone. Do you know how easy it is for a Big Latto to get in touch with Armon Wiggins privately, send him a DM privately and be like, hey, yo, can you explain to me this review of my album? That's all she had to do. But she chose to use and galvanize her audience to attack another person who simply does this for his job. Okay? That to me, there is a level, right? There was a separate level that she is at, follower-wise, that she knows that it yields and it wields a lot of damage when she strikes. Okay? So I find that to be, and I find that to be just unbecoming of people when they do that. I find it to be unbecoming of people when they do that. Okay? Period. Point blank, period. You do not weaponize your audience against people simply because they said something that you didn't like. Oh, Latto's feelings are hurt. Too fucking bad. Your feelings are hurt. Maybe take the critique and produce a better album next time. Or maybe just disregard the critique. You know what I mean? Like, hey, I think the album did great. But to weaponize your full audience? Are you sick, woman? Are you sick? And I like Big Latto, so I hate saying all of this. But are you sick? Do you need some help? Do you need some help? Because why would you do that? That's dangerous. That's literal, internet murder, okay, if you will. internet murder. Not misery. Let me tell you, yes. What's up, bold lady? Says, but in reality, she helped him. The views went up on his platform. No, she didn't. No, she didn't help him. She put a target on his back. That's not like, oh, well, the means justify the ends. That's not the attention he wants. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not interested in having people all up in my mentions dragging me. No. You understand what I mean? So that's not a give and take. I don't think that's what he wanted. I wouldn't want nothing like that. This one, Cookie Woods says, and Armon kept saying he was a fan. So why was she on the attack mode about his honest opinion? Because she has a fragile ego. And she thinks that in her head, he has some affiliation with Nicki Minaj. That's why. That's why. That's precisely why. She's like, oh, this is one of Nicki's minions. So if he critiques me, he's doing it on the behest of Nicki Minaj. So I have to attack it with no factual data to back that. None. It's bizarre the way people think. It is. It's bizarre the way people think. This must be the medieval times where logic and literature have just flown out the window and people just start acting and wielding their emotions across the internet. It's wild to me that people don't just sit back and just think for a second. Like, just think for a second. What kind of damage am I going to do if I respond to this person publicly? You understand what I mean? They don't think like that. They just act. They just act. And that's dangerous. And Latto knows it's dangerous. That's why she did it. You understand what I mean? When Nicki Minaj did it to our platform, she knows it's dangerous. That's why she does it. These people are sick. Sick. Okay? That's it. You argue with yourself in the comments. These people are sick. This from Jalen says, Latto should take the Beyonce route and have social media team running her pages to avoid seeing comments altogether. Exactly. Taylor Swift does the same thing. Taylor Swift is not in the comment section of any of her videos because she didn't care. I'm sure she's got burner accounts where she just watches stuff, but she's not going to do it on her public accounts. It's going to make her look deranged and unhinged. You look unhinged. You look like Big Latto looks unhinged. Like, could you imagine having like 20 million followers on Twitter and you find an account with like 15,000 followers and you just start tweeting at them? Like, did you take your medicine this morning or something? That's what I would ask myself. Did she take her medicine? Because what are you doing? This person is no match for what you're about to say. So why are you going to do it? Because he hurt my feelings. So what? He's a stranger to you. It's a critique that before you said anything, no one even noticed. And now everyone has noticed that you're number 83 on the chart. So instead of pumping and promoting your song to move it up on the charts, you're attacking music critics on Twitter. That's not gonna help her. It's probably gonna push you further down on the charts. It makes no sense. And the spring is coming. So this is all the more time to be pumping out your music and promoting it. Everybody's trying to get their short shorts and bathing suits on. It's a perfect time to be thinking about the remix. Like, what are you doing, ma'am? What's up, Natalie? How you doing today? Not medicine. Yeah. So, I mean, Armon Wiggins, he's a big boy. He can handle himself. But this message, so we can get to our next story. This message is to Latto: do better. Okay. Have more cognitive responses and be very mature about how you're wielding your audience, because you're becoming an internet bully, and it's not a good look because it makes people not want to support you. That's what it is. That's what it is. It makes people not want to support you. You're going to end up like Saweetie. Okay. You're going to end up like Saweetie. Stop. You're going to end up like Normani. Okay. We all know what happened to her. So don't end up like Normani. Okay. Don't end up like Normani. Just stop fighting with people across the internet. You look ridiculous, specifically because of how successful you are. You're making Black people look unhinged and ghetto on the internet because they can't take a critique. Come on, are you for real? Like, you got a really big platform. Don't squander it fighting with people on Elon Musk's Twitter. Like, can Black people just not make each other look bad for one day? Can successful Black people just not go out doing ghetto stuff on the internet for one day? Jesus Christ. So let's get, that message was for Latto. Armon Wiggins, shout out to you. He's a friend in my head. Okay. So I want to let me get some of your comments, and then let me set up for the next article that we're going to be reading. I want to talk about Kodak Black, honey child. We're going to talk about Kodak, what's going on in his life, but honey child. Let me see if I can pause this video. Jeez Louise, why does it keep playing? Okay, so we're not going to watch the video, but we're going to read the article. Let me get to some of your comments. This is from Tandrea Seller. Says, what happened to Normani? Well, when people ask her, hey, where's that album at? When are you going to produce that album? And she just goes and just tells people, like, she just be fighting with people in the comment section on Twitter. It just looks really unhinged, like, and I like Normani, but don't do that. You look unhinged, so, and her career just has plateaued, hasn't gone anywhere. So people are just like, why is that? I don't know. But when people start asking for that album, don't go in the comment section acting like a crazy person, like you should be on, Zoloft or something. Like, don't do that, or lithium, or Adderall. Don't do that. Don't do that. This is what Cookie Wood says. I know who Armon is. Armon, Armon is, but I don't know who Latto is. She's a rapper. She's a female rapper. She just won a Grammy for her song with Mariah Carey. So just look her up. Just type it in Latto. You spelled it correctly. This from Lexi Glock said, could it be that that's her trigger because of her maturity capacity and she hasn't learned to use her coping skills? It could be, but she better learn fast. She got too much money to not know nothing. She got too much money to not know nothing. I'm sorry. I had to go. I don't have a whole lot of room for rich people, you guys. And I hate to sound mean, but I don't be having a whole lot of room for rich people. They be having access to everything and still be acting ignorant. You'd be like, how? You have access to everything. You know what I mean? So I'm not buying that. If she had no access to nothing, I'd be like, you know what? Maybe she does have mental health faculties, things of that nature, but she doesn't have the money to just be throwing money at clinical psychologists. But Latto is ridiculously wealthy. I don't have any sympathy for that. You understand what I mean? I don't have sympathy for people who have literal teams of people who dress them and brush their teeth. I don't have sympathy for them. I have sympathy for y'all. I don't have sympathy for Latto. Latto knows better. And if she doesn't know better, she better hire someone to teach her better. Okay? It's that simple. That's it. Just hire someone to teach you better. Okay? I don't have any room for that. I don't got room for it. I just don't. Like, better. Okay. This from Pretty Mika says she was nominated. She didn't get it. She didn't win it. Well, dang. I thought she won it. Hell, she acted like she did. This from Mika says, so great, Chief. I'll just be saying. This is what Cookie Wood says. Y'all, let's just Google it because we're all looking old at this point. Y'all here, let me show you a picture of Big Latto. Hold on. This is Mulatto. She's a rapper, you guys. She's just a rapper. You probably know a lot of her songs. You just probably don't recognize her face. She had a lot of summer hits. She still does have hits, but you just probably don't recognize her face. That's why you just don't recognize her face. She's just a female rapper. But I want to get into this article because we talked about Latto more than I wanted to be honest with you. So this Kodak Black, this is from NBC News, and they're reporting that rapper Kodak Black is ordered to attend drug rehab after allegedly testing positive for fentanyl. Broward County Judge Barbara Duffy said, whose real name is Bill Capri, would remain free until March 7th, allowing for him to perform at the Rolling Loud Festival near Los Angeles over the weekend. It says that the Florida judge ordered him to attend 30 days of drug rehab because he allegedly tested positive for fentanyl in a violation of his bail terms. The Broward County judge said that Kodak Black could remain free until March 7th, allowing him to perform at the Rolling Loud Festival. 25-year-old performer's lawyer, Bradford Cohen, suggested that the artist's sample and paperwork could have been mixed up with someone else's, the outlet reported. Cohen's office did not immediately respond to the request for the comment by MC News earlier this Wednesday, but Kodak Black had failed to show up for a scheduled drug test for February 3rd before taking one on February 8th, which came back positive for fentanyl, according to the Broward County Sheriff's. The Super Gremlin artist had been free on bond in his drug case. Steering clear of illegal drugs and testing positive were the conditions of his pretrial release in a case that alleges he trafficked oxycodone. Florida Highway Patrol officer said they found 31 oxycodone pills in his car after he was stopped in July for a possible illegal window tinting. Wow, crazy. Is Kodak Black, whose residence is listed as Miramar, Florida, pled not guilty. The artist currently is under close police scrutiny for years. He was arrested for allegations and trespassing in the Pomona Beach, Florida area on New Year's Day in 2022, and the case prosecutors declined to pursue. Weeks later, he was injured in a shooting outside a Los Angeles nightclub, and Cohen, Black's attorney, said that his client was shot in the leg while helping someone who was the target of an unprovoked attack. In 2019, he was sentenced to 3.5 years in federal prison for false information provided to the federal government and requirements for firearms paperwork. In 2020, Donald Trump had released him on bond. Now, according to there's a part in the Associated Press article with Kodak Black, and the Associated Press had actually reached out to the testing lab, and the testing lab said, yeah, it's possible that we could have mixed it up. It is quite possible. And they also told that to the judge. So we will see what's going to happen with Kodak Black, because there's a possibility it was a switch up. I don't see Kodak Black as a fentanyl user, but to be clear, NPR and the Associated Press had found out through court documents that he had his hair tested. Now, remember, your hair follicles last up to 90 days, depending on the length. So 90 days of your hair can be tested for drugs, even if your system comes up clean. And they tested his hair. And that's where the problem lies, because the testing facility and Bradford Cohen, Kodak Black's attorney, said that it's a possibility his paperwork could have got switched up. So it is quite possible. So, yeah. So what y'all think? Is there a mix-up? Is there a mix-up in the testing? I think there's a mix-up. I do. I do. 3 months. Yeah, that's right. That's from Chas Person says, OMG 200 Hendo. If y'all smash that button. Oh, the likes ain't like it too. Y'all, the likes ain't. Let me see. Y'all, how the likes not? We ain't even got 100 likes. I thought we was family. Y'all must be my cousins on my daddy's side. I'm shocked. I low-key thought we was family. I know. I didn't know we was only skin folk. I thought we was kinfolk. I thought we was kinfolk. That's all right. I see where the real loyalty lies. This from Chaz. Shay Lopez says, no, I think whatever drugs he's taken had fentanyl in it. I agree with that too. I do. I agree with that as well. But if it was in his hair, if it was true and it wasn't a mix-up and it was his, he should go to rehab. He should. Remember when he had got out of jail the first time when Donald Trump had commuted his sentence? He looked great. So yeah, maybe it's time. Maybe he needs to go back, you know? Maybe he needs to go back. Maybe, you know, he could have a drug addiction. I would hate for him to end up like another one of those drugged out artists. I would hate for that, because he seems really talented and people really like his music. I like his music too. I don't listen to a lot of it, but I do like Kodak Black. So yeah, I really hope that if it is true that they actually force him to go to drug rehabilitation, he needs to. Because what are you doing as a 25-year-old on fentanyl? Come on, be for real. He don't got nobody in his life, though. According to a bunch of people on Twitter, he cut off a lot of his family, including his mother and siblings and stuff. and close cousin. So he cut off a lot of people. So, he's only getting yes men in his ear. So they're going to tell him whatever he wants to hear. You understand what I mean? Remember what happened to Juice World? I was in Chicago when it happened. He died at O'Hare Airport. So, yeah, I sure hope that if it's true that he does get the help that he needs. He does. Come on now. You don't, come on. You too young for that. You too young for that. That Saucy Santana sound when he said he don't like people who drink Bud Light. He said, you too young. He is. He's a bit young. In my opinion. He's a bit young. Who else is next? Who are we talking about next? I gotta look at my schedule. Oh God, Lori Lightfoot. Okay. Look at Lori. I'm like, who else? Who is that person on the side of the Chiron? I couldn't see their face. Lori, let's get Ciao. 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 Not Lori Lightfoot being the first person in 40 years to lose their re-election in Chicago. What a bum. According to Chicago Sun-Times, Lori Lightfoot is out. Vallis and Johnson are in the April runoff. I cannot believe she lost a primary. She was incumbent. Lori Lightfoot finished in third on Tuesday's election with 16.89% of the vote. Bad. Behind former Chicago Public School CEO Paul Vallis at 33.95%, and the Cook County Commissioner Brandon Johnson at 32%. Lori Lightfoot, the first Black woman and the first openly gay person ever to serve as mayor of Chicago on Tuesday, became a one-term mayor. Woof! With nearly 99% of the precincts reporting, the mayor who guided Chicago through the pandemic's third in Tuesday's election with 17.06% of the vote behind former Chicago Superintendent Paul Vallis and then the Cook County Commissioner Brandon Johnson. Vallis is 69 and Johnson is 46. They will face a runoff in 5 weeks on April 4th to decide who will become the 57th mayor of Chicago. Obviously, we didn't win the election, but I stand here with my head held high and my heart full of thanks, Lori Lightfoot told supporters shortly after 9 p.m. You will not be defined by how you fail. You will be defined at how hard you work and how much you do for people, she said. She's a bum. I don't know much about her mayoral election, but I know most of Chicago couldn't stand her. So before I even judge her, I need to know what policies were passed under Lori Lightfoot before we can discuss if she was a no good beatnik. You understand what I mean? I don't know if she was bad or not. I don't know if she was a bad mayor or not. To be honest with you, as somebody who has a degree in politics, political science, I need to know that before I can give my assessment. All I do know is a lot of people didn't like her. That's the most I know about Lori Lightfoot, even though when I lived in Chicago, she was elected mayor. So I didn't know much about her because we still had Rahm Emanuel, that bum. Okay. And I know a lot about Rahm Emanuel. So when that bum was still running elections, I was in Chicago. And then when I left Chicago, maybe like within 6 months of me moving from Chicago here, she was elected mayor. So I don't really know much about her. She never governed me. I was governed by Rahm Emanuel. This is from Bo Dallas says, yep, it was way more than she thought. Chicago is a beast of a city. You know what I mean? And every other mayor is so crooked, it takes years to fix their bad mistakes and bad orders and bad rulings and bad, city ordinances. So a one-term mayor cannot fix that. She would have needed at least 3 solid elections to be able to correct all of Chicago's misdealings. But once the slander pieces come out about that Vallis guy, I don't think he's going to win. That's simply put because the vote was split between Lori Lightfoot and Johnson. And if you combined Lightfoot and Johnson's percentages together, that's 39%. That's 39%. You see what I mean? That's 39% of the vote. So, Black people better not be stupid and vote in that white man. Now, Paul Vallis, and it has nothing to do with him being white. He is a conservative who supports, he's a conservative who's moonlighting as a Democrat, who is an anti-LGBTQ mayor or mayor-elect. He supports Donald Trump. He supports the January 6th insurrection. He supported people protesting outside of a diner because there was a drag show. He was backed by the Chicago PD, if that tells you anything. Okay. Yeah, that guy's a bum. And he is a conservative who is moonlighting as a Democrat, which is very deceptive. And if smart black people or black people with common sense in Chicago know not to vote for him, you should be voting for a county commissioner, somebody who is in the nitty gritty of the city and has an understanding of the city. Now, I'm not saying that Johnson is better than Vallis, but look at both their records compared to one another. Do you understand? Right? He sounds like another DeSantis. He actually had dinner with DeSantis and Trump. Come on, man. You can't make this stuff up. Amber says, a nap, y'all a trip. This is from Wendy. What's up, Wendy Lane? Says, as a lifelong Chicagoan, I agree, Steph. The city is too far gone for anyone to make real change in one term. Yeah, way too far. And I studied Chicago state and local government in college. I went to Elmhurst. So I know that it takes years, right? Even your aldermen have to be in those precincts for their wards and precincts for years before they can actually make substantive change. So a mayor just doing one term, that won't cut. That won't cut it. This from YMB says Lori Lightfoot was unprofessional and messy. I think she I don't know much about her, so I can't say I disagree. You're probably right. So I agree. This from Jesse S says, all of my family's in Chicago. She's something else. The memes with her and Dave Chappelle and Charlie Murphy and Donnell Rawlings is hilarious. Not the memes. From Wendy Lane says, she was terrible. The pandemic came and a huge impact on her first term. I believe that. Yeah. Could you imagine getting elected mayor in a pandemic? In the third largest city in America? I wouldn't even pretend. I would just cry myself to sleep every night, as I know she did, because I sure would have. I would have cried myself to sleep every night without fail. If I was the mayor of any large city and there's a pandemic and you're new to being a mayor, you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You know what I mean? You barely know how to turn the lights on in the where the mayor sleeps, you know? So you're like, what the fuck I'm doing? What do I have to do? Close schools, open them? What do I do? You know what I mean? The homelessness there is so bad. The best she had was, oh, let the buses run. Turn the buses on and let the homeless just sleep on the buses throughout the night and kick them off in the morning. That was her best approach to homelessness and sub-zero weather in Chicago. You can't make this up. From Minnesota, Mandy says, would it help if Chicago was split into smaller local governments? No. Well, you know what? Chicago's not that big because there's a lot of surrounding suburbs that have their own mayors. I mean, Chicago's big, but it's not like massive, right? It's not massive. Just like New York's not massive. It's just the density of the people. So even if you broke it up, you know what I mean? Like, it's not the size of Chicago, it's the massive amount of people that live within the city limits. So even breaking it up into different boroughs and having each borough have a different mayor, I don't think it would help. You understand what I mean? I don't think it would help. What you need is non-crooked mayor. I'm not calling Lori Lightfoot a crook. I'm just saying there's been so much corruption. Like, Chicago is the only state that has the most governors in prison or who have gone to prison, you know? So, and aldermen who've gone to prison and had their houses raided by the feds, and mayors who are corrupt, you know? So just ending the corruption would help, and people being smart voters. The problem is not just the corruption. The corruption could be weeded out if voters in Chicago weren't so stupid. It's the stupidity. You voting is your civic duty. You only have a handful of fucking civic duties to do as an American citizen. Voting happens to be one of them. And it's the sheer fact that no one even takes 2 seconds just to read on who the person they're going to elect as the person with $1 trillion budget to manage their city. They just give it to anyone. I'm just like, don't y'all just read? Just read. They put it all right in front of you in the ballot. Just read it. It's not hard. This guy sounds like a crook. This one sounds like less of a crook. Let's take less of the crook. They always take the super crook. And I just be like, let me run for mayor and give me close to $1 trillion budget. You know what I mean? Y'all just letting anybody just manage all of the city's money without a care in the world. It's crazy. It's the voters, the problem. It's not the elected officials. And people always want to put the officials are so corrupt and da-da-da-da. Yeah, but how'd they get there? Because too many dumb people are susceptible to propaganda. You understand what I mean? So someone could be like, ooh, and protect our borders. We're in Chicago. What borders? Lake Michigan? You know what I mean? Like, but they let people rile them up so they can hide the fact that they're a crook. You understand what I mean? So, and I'm not saying this about Lori Lightfoot. I'm just saying all of the people who have been elected in Chicago's history. There's so many crooks. And then so many, so many voters are susceptible to propaganda that they'll listen to almost anything. I was like, y'all just read the book. They come knocking at your door, you'd be like, okay, what position do you stand for? Oh, you're new? You've never been run for a city before? So this is your positions? Unfortunately, I'm not going to vote for you. You have no city council experience. That's just it. I'm not voting for you if you've never walked into City Hall to grab your birth certificates. Why would I let you manage almost $1 trillion budget of my tax dollars? What? Get out of here. So, no, it's just too many. That's just my personal opinion. I could be wrong, but I don't think I am. It's just too many uninformed. I hate calling them stupid, but it's just too many uninformed voters. It's like it's 2023, and no one wants to just take a second to just scratch the surface on the candidates. They just want to just keep listening to propaganda videos and memes on Facebook, and that's how they're voting. It's just ridiculous. Like, we'll never get anywhere in America. We're closer to an atom bomb than we are to having a cohesive, sustainable, non-corrupt government across state and local governments and the federal government. Like, it'll be a cold day in hell before we weed out corruption in government. You know what I mean? You should expect an atom bomb first before you expect corruption just to be wiped away, because voters got smart. Voters don't ever get smart. You just gotta just continue to produce ads for them that is informative, that they won't click away from. Those voters who are very staunch Republican voters or Democratic voters, you just got to just let them do what they do and focus on young voters. That's it. You say what I mean? That's it. Because, child, this from Pretty Barnes says, iPhone needs to add a wing emoji. They do. That's from Bo Lady says, in all honesty, she came in when we were on a Black woman election roll. She probably was default. She was backed by the DNC, so I could see that. Or DCCC, I apologize. That's when Shannon Young says, ask LL, Lori Lightfoot, why she cut a deal with the Latin gangs on attacking Black people during the uprising. I don't think that's a thing. You can't cut a deal with a gang. Reread what you just said. This is from Yo Cheetah. Peach says, OMG, not stupid. It was designed long ago. They purposely set it up that way, and they set up the housing to form areas where residents would feud. Are you talking to me or are you talking to Shannon? You're talking to me, you're talking to Shannon. This from Jasmine Brown says, can you speak on Aaliyah R. Kelly's daughter being under Jaguar rights care? Something is fishy. Child. So we posted a 8-minute video on our Facebook page, Nosy Bystanders TV, of one of the live streams from the girl pretending to be Aaliyah's daughter. Here's the thing. She is mentally unstable. Okay. And so is Jaguar Wright. So they're two peas in a pod. So that's the only thing you can't understand is how two crazy people found each other. Crazy people find each other all the time, honey. All the time. They do. Crazy people find each other all the time. So it's not a shocker to me. There's nothing strange and unusual about it. They're just two crazy niggas who found each other. And, like, that's all I got for you. That's all I got for you. That's all I got for you. Just two crazy people found each other. And it's sad, but, you got to let the craziest do what they do. This from Brittany Barnes says, what's up, Jamaica? This from Black Venus says, Tommy and Star. Tommy and Star. I know Tommy, but who's Star? Amber says, Chief, talk about Uncle Ben. Who's Uncle Ben? Who are these people? This from Renee says, now she can take a nap. Those dark circles around her eyes are so bad. Y'all, I'm so mean. This from Lexi Glow says, she always seemed to me like she took a cigarette break every 5 minutes or was breaking back in from one. She did give those vibes. She did. Lori Lightfoot always looked tad. Let's get to the Peter story because I want to talk about Peter. Okay. So if you guys know who Peter Thomas is from Real Housewives of Atlanta, well, he's no longer on there. Obviously, he hasn't been on there in like 6 seasons, 6, 7, 8 seasons. But he has been feuding with Mia from Real Housewives of Potomac, and he actually put out a video. So we're gonna play the video. So turn your volume up. I'm only gonna play it twice if you really can't hear. So and then we're gonna discuss because I don't really know. I know a lot about Peter because I used to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. I do watch a little bit of the Potomac, but I'm not entirely sure where this beef comes from. So y'all enlighten me, okay? Let's go.
Trifling girl, even Peter Thomas is calling you a liar.
But somebody just sent me a clip from the Potomac Housewives reunion show. And Mia is going at it with Wendy. And, brother, this is kind of y'all fault. Because I taped with y'all for 5 minutes promoting Bar in Baltimore and Bar in Miami Beach. And you turned that 5 minutes into 9 episodes. And now my name is thrown around on the reunion show when in real life, I don't mess with none of those women. Okay? Giselle, Robin, cool people. The rest of them, Wendy, I shot with her one time, 5 minutes, and go out to dinner with her. I didn't have no late night snack with her. She's a married woman. She's very respectful, very honorable. Okay, so for Mia, for you to be talking about me and Wendy getting together is so disrespectful. And it's so thirsty. It's real thirsty for you to do that just to collect that check from Bravo. There's nothing cool about that. Okay? And you can't just use my name like that because if you use my name like that, I'm going to have my lawyer get in touch with you guys and it's going to be really ugly. Okay? Because I do not know any of those women. I never see them outside of my establishment. Okay? And y'all just can't recklessly just throw people's name out there like that because it actually hurt my business. And that's irresponsible. Please, cease and desist.
Mia, you're a trifling girl. Even Peter.
She is trifling. Now, apparently, y'all know the tea before I do. She was peddling some rumors that he was sleeping with somebody by the name of Wendy. And obviously, he's saying that's not true. Here's the thing about reality shows. These women and these producers know how to find them, and they definitely know how to pick them. They pick weak, desperate women seeking stardom. You know what I mean? Who are also messy. And the messier you are, the longer you last. Understand what I mean? So she seems messy, and that's why she's lasting long. But to throw and sling people's name in the mud like that, for what? Because you ain't got no storyline? Crack your business open and let them talk about your business. You know? It's crazy to me. These people are sick. Like these housewife bitches are sick. That's all they do. They don't know nothing. Here's the thing. They don't even think about how it looks for their kids. Like in 10 years, what your kids are going to think about all the ignorant stuff you did on the internet. you know? Like there's no, if she has been peddling this rumor for her entire Real Housewives of Potomac career, right? Like, let me get a picture of her up. Here we go. This one looks fitting of her. These advertisements be so large, you just don't even see anything. Let me get an image of her up. So this woman here, these women be so desperate. And they don't care about what their children think of them in the aftermath, you know, like they don't care that their kids will see this and be like, wow, mom, why did you do that? Here's my thing. If you truly believe that Peter was doing some ignorant stuff with women who he had no business doing that with, then just produce the receipts or just shut up. You know, it's that easy. If you can't prove it, why are you talking about it? Ooh, child. I thought Peter was gay. Isn't he gay? No. This one Jess says, Peter was going to open a restaurant with Wendy, but it was too expensive, so Wendy backed out. Mia called him on cam, and he said he has beef with Wendy, and Mia ran with it. Different Virtuous Eatery, what's up, says, Wendy has a lot to lose. She's a professor. This from Brittany Barnes says she didn't lay down for her wealth. She worked for it and deserves all that she has. But they could do it too if they tried. Yeah, we're not talking about Wendy. We're talking about this Mia girl. So Mia storyline, she low key boring. She looked boring. I'm not gonna lie, she's beautiful, but she looks boring. I think if she opened her mouth and talked, a moth would come out of it. You know what I mean? Of how bored people would be when she spoke. So it makes sense that she would be clinging on to other people's storylines. You know, like it's just bizarre. I just find it bizarre. I do like these shows. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not judging y'all for watching, honey. I watch too. I just don't watch it as like week by week like you guys do. But I do watch them, right? I catch the recaps. But she just seems boring. She doesn't seem like somebody I would be so interested in listening to talk. Like, I mean, they all seem boring if you want to be for real. They all just seem like boring people. But I'm just not a big fan of just slinging people's name in the mud. I think that looks tacky and ghetto, you know? It looks tacky and ghetto. What's up, Taurus season? How you doing today? That's when Lexi Glow says she had a better line on the poll that she claimed she never been on. So did SZA. SZA claimed for years that she only bartended at a strip club. Then she said, oh, no, I stripped. Okay, you know, because SZA's a liar. So you can't, whatever SZA says, investigate. Do not ever believe anything that comes out of SZA's mouth. And I'm not joking. And I love SZA. Okay. But when I tell you this, you have to listen to me. If SZA ever, that's why she don't sit down and do interviews, because she's a liar. If SZA ever sits down and conducts an interview, do not listen to it. Be like, oh, did you know SZA is a talented painter? She's lying. She's a known liar. She just lies. And they're harmless because they don't affect anyone, but she's just no liar. We love SZA. We just know she has an issue with lying. Okay. Yes, honey, the poll. This from Brittany Barnes says, Mia was laying up for lobster, allegedly. Mia's words on part 2 of the reunion. So there's that. Not laying up for lobster. This from Leah R says, yeah, the Potomac girls don't have anything promising going on outside of drama except for Wendy. Maybe Candy. I mean, the show's really been focused on Ashley, Robin. She really Pinocchio for real. She really is. Mine V says, Mia didn't know what to do on the show without her cocktail dress. Y'all's mess. Okay, if you guys didn't know this, our show on the network, A Minute with Millie Chan, in the summer and the spring, she's actually going to be watching these shows live with you guys. So if you guys already registered, I think a lot of you already registered to the network. Instead of paying all these exorbitant amount of bills, just watch the Real Housewives shows with Millie Chan. She's going to be debuting it called Watch with Millie Chan. And she's going to be watching these shows live with you guys, kind of like I am. Give you side-by-side coverage. I'll sit here and pause. We watch it. We add our little 2 cents, and then we keep it going. So be on the lookout for her new show, Watch with Millie Chan. It's going to be really interesting. I'm going to watch it because I like those shows. Granted, the network pays for all those networks so she can watch them, but I like those shows, and I don't mind just sitting down on a Friday evening watching the Real Housewives and then getting some Millie Chun commentary because, you know, I love me some Millie Chun. These comments, though, y'all are messy. Jess says, Mia's kids bad as hell, too. Y'all, Millie Chun cracked me up. Yeah, this is going to be exciting. I'm excited for her new show. I think she's going to be covering the next season, the next series of the Housewives, Belle Collective. And I think she decided on Love and Marriage Huntsville. So she's going to be doing those shows. If y'all like those 3 shows, I know y'all do. Definitely tune in. And don't worry, I'm going to promote it here so you never know. You never have to worry about missing it. The moment her shows are ready to go, you're going to be watching them with her. So I think those are the 3 shows. So Love After Locked Up is off. So when they come back for another season, but she might do Brother Husbands. What do y'all think about that? Brother Husbands. Because I think that'll be a good show. It's spelled like this. I want to watch it. What y'all think? No, I can't. Hello, I can't hear from the crowd. Would y'all want to watch that with us? I think it'll be so good. Brother Husbands. Let me see if I can pull it up. It's on TLC. This is the new season. Hold on, let's see if I can pull up the new season. Oh, she trifling. Yeah, this is the new season right here of Brother Husbands. You never heard? It's Sister Wives, but instead the roles are reversed, and it's the wife who has the husband's child. Y'all never heard of Sister Wives? Honey, TLC is getting messy. They got brother husbands. I'm watching it because I watched season 1. I'm watching it, honey. I'm in. You in? Me too. I'm in. Child. Yes, honey. Yes, honey. The polygamy. Okay. You watching? And this? It's gonna be a mess. I'm excited. It's gonna be a mess. It's gonna be messy, and it's a lot of Black couples too. So yes, it's gonna be good. It's gonna be so good. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, if Millie Chan's in the crowd, but I think she might be reviewing this show, Love and Marriage DC, Belle Collective season 3, and then another one of those housewife shows. I don't know if it's gonna be Beverly Hills or Atlanta or something like that, but definitely, yes, honey, brother husbands. Yes. So what I want to do on the network is possibly do the recap if you missed season 1. It's only 2 seasons, so if you missed season 1, maybe if we decide on it, we can watch the full season of season 1 together and then get ready for season 2, because season 2 drops either this month or at the end of this month or early next month. So if we finish up season 1, we'll be right on time for season 2 of Brother Husbands. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be so good. I think it's gonna be messy. I think it's gonna be good. I think it's gonna be salacious. I think it's gonna really turn the heads, because you know all of these like red pill hypergamy men and stuff like that, and just like, oh, a woman only needs one man. Their heads gonna spin when they see that these Black women out here with 2 and 3 and 4 husbands. I used to do Love After Lockup on Fridays, and then we switched it, and then Double D started just watching it on her TikTok lives. So I just could not take it. The commercials were too long for me, you know, and the streaming service that we had with the network, I was like, oh, it's all these too many commercials. And I was already sick of Derek and Monique at that point. So, but I'm going to get back into it. I personally want to do Brother Husbands, but if Millie Chun decides to do it, it's going to be on the network regardless. We just haven't decided if we want to recap season 1. But if y'all never heard of the show, we need to do a recap of season 1. I think it's important. I think it's important that we do a recap of season 1. Season 2, wow, brain cells. Yes. Okay, this from Dina. What's up, Dina? Says it's going to be close. It's a police town and Johnson wants to defund the police. Ooh. I think you're at the beginning of the video. You're going to see this when you get to the end. But ooh, I didn't know that. I didn't know he wanted to defund the police. Nisha Cummings says, I'm new on Brother Husband Child. I'm new too. I've seen season 1, but I'll rewatch it if y'all want to watch it. If y'all really want to watch Brother Husbands, we'll watch it on the Roku network. You can watch it from your phone, your laptop, or smartphone, and we'll do a recap of Brother Husbands, honey, because it's good. It's good. It's messy. It's good. It's good. It's from Virtuous Eater. He says, I need to watch the fight with Monique and Derek's sister on Love After Lockup. Ciao. Okay, we're going to watch it. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys want to watch it. Okay, so Brother Husbands, it is. And this I can get into. Now, I wanted to do my 600-pound life because there's 4 episodes into the new season and it just started. I let me know what y'all think because I watch it myself privately. But let me know if y'all want to watch that. And let me know if y'all want to review that here on the Nosy Bystanders, because that's also news. So let me know if y'all want to, because I love my 600-pound life. And it might work with this week since tomorrow we're discussing Miss B Love's Life and all these other, unhealthy food creators. I wonder if you guys want to finish out the rest of the week. You said scrolling to the beginning. What's up, Carissa? Carissa Snow says scrolling to the beginning. I appreciate that. So let me know if you want to, because I love my 600-pound life. Literally addicted to it. So let me know if y'all want to watch that, because we'll watch that. Or at least we'll do a recap. I can pull the clips and we can do a recap on it. Me too. I'm quite addicted. Okay. There's a lot of yeses here. Yes. Okay. Computer scientist, attorney, hairstylist. Wow, you do it all. Okay, we can watch my 600-pound life. I don't know. We would have to watch it on the Roku network because I think YouTube will definitely take it down. But my network, we own it, so we ain't got to worry about that. And we're covered under fair use because I'll be giving commentary. So we won't be just ripping it off the internet. We'll actually be delivering commentary. But I want to switch it up a little. I don't want to be the only one who talks about it. I want to extend that. I would rather do a live stream on the network with you guys if you want to do that. And we all just get in the box together and discuss the show. You know what I mean? So it would kind of look something like this. This is my avatar. I need that up. And then we have it here. So we just sit down and we will all discuss the show like this, it kind of look presented like that. And I would love to do that because I think it'd be really interesting to have other people's thoughts on it. And my 600-pound life is just pure comedy at this point. Some of the stories are sad. I don't laugh at the parts where they're getting, R-worded and shit. But I do laugh at the parts where they're like just crying over hamburgers because that's funny, because that's like ridiculous, You said a little bit. No, don't be modest. Be proud of all your accolades. This is from Lavana. What's up, Lavana? Says, oh, I was thinking about where I might know you from. Pretty Mika, thanks. And hello. Oh, are you talking to me? Pretty Mika? Oh, you're not talking to me. This from Peach says, yes, I will watch with y'all. I already know nobody going to believe. Okay, this Friday, there's an episode of my 600-pound life coming out. Will I be able to watch it Friday? Yeah, I think so. I'll schedule a live on the network and we'll watch it. Because I love me my 600-pound life. I love me some my 600-pound. I'm an addict. Okay, do you hear me? I've seen every single episode twice. Some 3 times. Because I just still can't believe it. I'm addicted. Okay, like they're addicted to food, I'm addicted to them. Okay. It comes out tonight. Let me check. Hold on. I'll check right now. Give me 2 shakes. I'll pull it up. Where's my bookmarks? Child, I even got it bookmarked. Hold on. There's only 4 episodes out now. I thought it came on Fridays. Is it this episode? Is it, hold on, what's their names? Is it is it Sarita's journey? Hold on, y'all. Why do they keep doing that? I'm talking about her? This is the last episode. You can't be talking about her, right? Because this is the last episode. There's no other episode loaded unless it hasn't premiered yet. That's the new episode. Okay, I haven't seen that. Did I watch that one yet? I don't think I watched that one yet. I haven't watched that one yet. People have given up on the voting process. They really have, Dina. I love that Dina's at the beginning of the video. Dina, we see you back here. We see you, girl. You're not going to see these messages for a while. So I hope that you watch the full video, know that we have acknowledged you. We know you're here. We just know that you're at the very beginning of the video. We just know that you're at the beginning of the video. This one, Cookie Wood says, Steph, who is Jen? And the one that you said passed. Oh, she's on YouTube. What's her name? Oh, her. Let me see if I can pull up her picture. Life by Jen. She died. Her last video was, it was 9 months ago. She died. She died in September. Sad. She went out so sad. It's her. That's so sad. She got over 3,000 comments. Someone says, why do people keep saying rip when Jen? Why do people keep saying rip Jen when Jen is dead and won't be checking the comment section to see it? And continue. She ate herself to death. Yeah, she did. Yeah, somebody said, oh my God, rip. Rest in peace, rest in peace. Yeah, she died. I liked her content. I did. I used to watch it a lot. This fucked up. She had a horrible eating. She couldn't even walk. She was immobile. Yeah. She went out hard and fast. So yeah, it happens. You eat yourself to death, you eat yourself to death. So that was Jen. She goes by the name of Jennifer Gwen Ann. You can watch her old videos on YouTube. They're still up. She was married. That's the part that messed up. She was married, so yeah, the Asante brothers also insane. Just Bougie says, I know I'm gonna get whipped for this, but she died doing what she yeah. This is from Cookie Wood says, oh, I didn't know that. I used to watch her. Me too. Until she passed. I watched her. So I didn't know she died until another creator was like, yo, Life by Jen died. I said, you alive? Mm-mm. Yeah, so this is well before I became a YouTuber. So yeah, it's very sad. Her life was sad. She was sad. She was so depressed. She wasn't ever that big though, you guys. She had gained that weight back in 2019, but she has posted tons of pictures. She used to be really tiny in like 2017. So I think her mother dying is what caused the weight gain, and it was rapid. It was fast, but you guys, that's all I have for you today. This Friday, if there's another episode, but we're going to be watching Sarita's episode of My 600-Pound Life on the network. So don't worry, I'll have everything all set up for you guys Friday, and I'll make the announcement so you'll be able to watch. And then tomorrow, we're going to be talking about Life by Jen. If you made your way to the end of the video, thank you. We're going to be discussing Life by Jen and Miss Beloved life, because if you just joined us, we were watching this video of Miss Beloved's life because she has taken such a horrible downward spiral in her health. So volume up, please.
So I just want Mm.
Yeah. She went down fast. So we're going to be discussing that because it's just a topic I want to get into. I know it's not going to be tea and salacious and Uncle Ben and Mia and Wendy and Real Housewives of Potomac, but it is news and I want to talk about it. So we'll be back tomorrow, you guys, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, here at the Nosy Bystanders Live. I'm your host, she's Nosy Bystander. That's Millie Chan. You guys, we will talk to you guys later, okay? We'll see you tomorrow. So turn your notifications on, please. And watch our yesterday's episode. It's actually interesting, okay? I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.